There are times whenever we want to count unique values in one column when those values match to some other value that we've defined in the second column. So just to give you an example, I've created this sheet here, and we have the person responsible and then the initial date that they were responsible for some task, right? So this is just a very basic sheet that I put together just to illustrate the concept. So if you notice, we have the repeating names in this column, or repeating contacts, and then we have the different dates in this column. And so if we want to capture when the responsible column is Ryan Sides, or how many columns have Ryan Sides with a different date, in other words, when the dates are unique, that's whenever we're going to use the formula count, distinct, collect. So these are three different functions that we're going to combine together in order to get this unique formula combination. So we have count first. So count just simply means count up the number of instances. Distinct means grab only the uniques of a certain list of values. And then collect means bring these things together and collect them together based off of the criteria that we've set. So the collect function starts off and it says, give me the range, the group of values to collect. Well, I want you to collect, in other words, I want you to create a list of all of the dates for me. I'll give you the criteria for those dates in a second, but I want you to just grab the list of all the dates. Then the responsible column goes in the criterion range one. So the range one is a group of cells to be evaluated by the criterion. So in other words, show me all the dates when this other column equals something very specific that I need you to equal. And so that something very specific is what we have here in quotes. So this formula, this collect formula, is basically saying, show me all the dates where my responsible column shows Ryan Sides. That's the first thing it does. Then we say, okay, now give me the distinct of all of those dates. So show me only the individual dates that match this criteria, which, if we notice here in the list, is three. It's the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th. And then we say, now count all of those distinct or unique dates. And then that's whenever we get the value of 3. So the second formula that I have here is doing the same thing, except now it's looking for effect X in this responsible column. So you can see that if we take, for instance, I'll insert a line here, and I'm going to drop Ryan Sides in this one as well. And then in this case, I'm going to use the exact same date that we already have. So I'm just going to repeat that pattern. And you notice my number 3 of the count of my unique values doesn't change. But as soon as I change this to a date that doesn't already exist in our list, then now my count of unique values changes because I have a totally unique date that I'm using in this column for Ryan Sides, for when it equals Ryan Sides. Now, if you notice my effect X column down here, my number didn't change there either because it's only looking for effect X, not for Ryan Sides. But if I take one of these and I say, give me the effect X, and you know what, I'm just going to use the same date. My number here doesn't change because these are not, that's not another unique value. These three are all counting as one for effect X. But if I change this date to something else, then it's going to give me two unique values. So that's how we use count, distinct, and collect together whenever we want to evaluate two different columns of data, and we want to collect those data together, and in the end, give us a count of those unique items.